What's going on YouTube? It's your boy JV. We're back again with an ultimate guide. Today we're going to be going over Venom, just tips and tricks, going over each of his abilities just so you guys can get better as him and take these tips into your regular pub stomping matches or in ranked. If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you leave a like, comment down below the next tips and tricks guide you would like to see for what character, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. So if we start off with Venom's type, Venom is a tank type character, which means that he takes a ton of damage and can just keep on moving like the tank that he is. But he likes to kind of like wreck chaos. He's definitely more on an individual type of style where you're not really sitting there guarding your allies, and you might see some Venoms that kind of just go off and do whatever they want to do, which is not so much on the good side, because he definitely needs to be in sight from his healers to be able to bump up his health, even though he doesn't really help out the rest of this team, as his main job is really going to be diving the back line, creating chaos, and then getting out as fast as he can, regaining his health, and then jumping back in. So, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that. So we start off with his abilities. His regular RT is he unleashes tentacles forward to attack enemies. So that pretty much looks like this. You get 4 tentacle shots. On average, it's usually, I think because I'm landing headshots right now, so it's like a 2 or 3 shot.
Wow,
now, what you want to do is, because when you're doing this, you usually have to be remotely close, because like if I'm this far back, it's still hitting, and even to this far back, you're going to get a couple of shots in, but the damage is going to be different. You're going to want to be accurate. But a good way to mix this up is when you're real close, do it, hit your melee button, and you can make it so that the tentacle's almost like a 2. So you would be this close, RT hit, RT again, and boom, they are done for. If not, like let's see, 2, 3, especially because if they're not all headshots and you're strafing, you can see it might take a little bit longer to take some beats down. Whereas if you land your headshots, get a melee in, it's definitely going to be a 2-shot from the tentacles. Going over his first main ability after that, which is going to be Venom Swing. Venom Swing launched webbing forward, allowing for a singular swing in the desired direction. So a lot of different ways you can do this. So either you just press LB, you're in the air, and you can press X for his next ability, which is Diving Strike. You can see there the enemies were stunned real quick. I got a couple of them in a radius and I made them jump up. Now the cooldown on Venom's abilities is generally kind of where some people get a little messed up, because they'll do the diving ability and they'll use all the rest of the abilities but won't be able to get out, because once you use up all these abilities, Venom's kind of stuck out there, especially if you're so far out that your healers can't help you. So a good tip in between swinging and being able to bank on your swinging to use it as a get out instead of a get in is that if you were to crawl on any wall, which I know a lot of people don't realize that he can do in the game, and you jump from a distance, you can activate Diving Strike, fight a little bit, and then you can easily swing out, get your heals, and then get right back in, and then do your jumping ability again. So that's a good way to mix that up, because if not, I mean, that timer on the swing, you know, if you're playing against a good team and they see how far out you are, they could possibly just melt you down, even with one of your other abilities that gives you some additional health, which we'll hop into now. So his next ability, which is, for me, it's RB on remote, Symbiotic Resilience. You generate bonus health against damage. The lower Venom's health, the greater the bonus health is generated. So real quick, I'm already at like 400. Let me take another shot. Generally, even at like this far down, you don't want to pop it. You want to get it to maybe about like 150 or so. You press RB, boom, you instantly go to about 900 health, and it's almost like getting a whole nother health bar. And you can use this to stay in your fight just a little bit longer, but you want to use it enough where you can swing out of the fight and hopefully find a healer to assist you. Venom's last ability, which is Cellular Corrosion. You unleash tentacles to slow enemies within reach. Enemies unable to break free in time will suffer damage. So what that basically looks like, I'm in between these two enemies. I'll press my LT, and you'll see they're kind of like stuck to me, and they take a little bit of damage if they don't move off, but generally the way you want to use that would be when it's kind of like part of your engage, right? So let's say I'm crawling on this wall using, oh, he's not crawling, a wall. I'm jumping up, hitting my dive, hitting that ability to tentacle them, popping in, and then I'm hitting my shield, still in the fight, and then I'm swinging out. And I'm even diving back and annoying them even more, creating more chaos, creating more openings for the rest of my team, my DPS characters, maybe the secondary tank, or even for my healers to do what they got to do while everyone's worried about me messing up their whole game style. Now, Venom's ultimate, which is Feast of the Abyss, he burrows underground with free movement. After a duration, by pressing RT, he can devour enemies above to deal damage and based off the enemy's current health and generate equivalent bonus health. So, it basically looks like this. He goes in the ground, this to eat, and you see I took away a chunk of this bot's health, and I'm pretty sure I can get a group of them. So like if I just charge this up again, what this could look like would be, if I go like right here. Oh. We are satisfying. So you can use that on multiple enemies, you can use that on a group of enemies at the same time, take off a good chunk of them, and if your DPS characters are aware of kind of like what's happening, you could definitely get a nice squad wipe right there. For Venom's team-up abilities, it's actually a pretty cool, it's not a benefit that he gets, but it's a benefit that these two other Spider characters get. So Penny and Spider-Man, Venom shares a part of his symbiote with Spider-Man and Penny Parker, activating their symbiote abilities. They convert the symbiote into explosive spikes that inflict harm on nearby enemies and relentlessly driving them back. So he does pretty well, I would say, with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's another dive character, getting in and out, flanking people, just because everyone's more worried about Venom, and especially when you get inside and you kind of hit your tentacles on them and you're holding everyone in. Spider-Man can jump in, get in and out, same with Penny putting down her traps. Thor is another really good engaged character that he does really well with as a team ability, so if you're playing with a friend, I'd recommend having them playing one of those characters, as you'll see a significant increase in how your matches go just based off of that. Now, a quick tip to do, if you leave your regular swinging on, which is what's on auto, when you hit the swing button, it does kind of like a smart swing, where it just puts the web wherever it wants to go in particular to start your swinging. But what you can do is alright, so what you want to do is you'd want to go to your combat settings under Venom in particular, and you can do the same thing for Spider-Man if you want. And where you go to where it says easy swing, you want to turn this off. And now what this would allow you to do is, you can see now you can do web zips. So where you're aiming is where the zip will go. So if I do this, see how it just zipped me across? If I didn't have the kind of like the smart swinging off, it would never allow me to do that. It would automatically give it like a fixed point where you can't really control exactly where you're going. But now with this, I can easily control my movement and maybe back off of a fight a little bit easier, or engage a little bit better as well. You can choose how your swing is going to start, so I can make sure I'm swinging to that point in particular and then jump on down on people. And then with my timer going on, I can just keep an eye and then zip out, go back and grab some health, and then maybe re-engage in whatever way I feel good to. But that's basically all the tips and tricks that I can give you guys. If there's anything in particular that I missed, or anything you guys want to see in the future, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.